The world is full of people who want to label you or put you into a certain group so that they can predict your behavior. This is why you may have taken many personality tests in your life, such as the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI, the Big Five personality test, or even the Enneagram. These tests are meant to be simple ways for you to determine your personality type based on a set of questions. But what if there was a much easier way to find out your hidden power? This isn't some pseudoscientific mumbo-jumbo. Instead, this test will only require you to answer one question. So it's time to find out what your hidden power really is. What's your favorite season? If you answered summer, then your hidden power is that you are great at dealing with changes. People who choose summer as their favorite season are those who adapt easily to new situations. You enjoy being spontaneous and can go from 0 to 60 in less than a second. When something catches your interest, nothing can stop you from immediately jumping into action. While others might spend weeks planning and overthinking things, you won't waste any time and just dive right into the situation. However, this can make you impulsive at times, which can land you in trouble if you aren't careful. If you answered fall, then your hidden power is that you are very emotionally intelligent. Those whose favorite season is fall are very aware of their emotions and the emotions of those around them. As a result, you know when to comfort someone who's feeling down or cheer up someone who's feeling blue. Some might even describe you as having a motherly or fatherly instinct. Your nurturing nature makes you someone who's always there for your loved ones. And you love being needed. There's nothing more heartwarming to you than seeing the grateful smiles on people's faces after you help them with something. After all, helping others is your love language. However, you also need to learn to take care of yourself too, since you have a tendency to put everyone else's needs before your own. If you answered winter, then your hidden power is that you are a natural leader. People born in winter are natural leaders. You have a strong sense of direction in life and know exactly what you want to accomplish. Nothing scares you and you face every challenge head on. In fact, you actually thrive in cold environments. It's during the winter that you feel most energized and motivated. You have high expectations not only for yourself, but also for those around you, so you tend to push those close to you to succeed as well. Winter babies are also often ambitious and competitive, but this sometimes causes you to become workaholic and lose sight of the things that truly matter in life. If you answered spring, then your hidden power is that you are highly adaptable to new environments. Spring babies are known for being highly adaptable. We're someone who can easily adjust to new places and experiences. And some would even call you a natural people person because of how welcoming and friendly you are to strangers. You are someone who doesn't like to dwell on the past and instead focuses on the present moment. You love trying new things and meeting new people. Being cooped up inside for too long makes you feel drained and bored. You need to be outside or else you'll feel suffocated and restless. However, this also means that you have a hard time committing to one thing, since there are so many other things out there for you to explore. If you answered that you don't have a favorite season, then your hidden power is that you are highly intuitive. If you answered that you don't have a favorite season, then you are likely someone who doesn't base their opinions on concrete facts. Instead, you trust your intuition above all else. You're excellent at sensing when something feels off, or when someone has ill intentions. Your gut feeling is almost always correct, which is why you are rarely taken advantage of by others. However, you also need to learn to listen to other people's opinions as well, and not just brush them off, because you couldn't see eye to eye on everything. Sometimes other people may have valid points that could benefit you, but you just might miss it if you ignore them. Now that you know your hidden power, let's move on to the next part of the test, which is figuring out your element. Since ancient times, the four elements, earth, air, fire, and water, have been used to represent fundamental qualities of nature and different aspects of human personality. The idea is that we are all born with a certain element that shapes our behaviors and characteristics. Knowing your element can give you insight into how you interact with the world around you and the type of person you naturally gravitate towards. So pay attention to which image you click on the most. If you clicked on the mountain, then your element is earth. If you clicked on the cloud, then your element is air. If you clicked on the flame, then your element is fire. If you clicked on the wave, then your element is water. If your hidden power is that you are great at dealing with changes and your element is earth, then you are highly dependable and grounded. People know they can always count on you no matter what, and you never let them down. You are extremely loyal and committed to those you love, and will do anything to protect them. You value harmony and balance and dislike being rushed or pressured. You need time to adjust to new circumstances before you can feel comfortable again. This makes you appear slow to change at times since you aren't one for abrupt changes. If your hidden power is that you are great at dealing with changes and your element is air, then you are intellectual and curious. You love learning new things and expanding your knowledge. You are great at thinking on your feet and coming up with creative solutions to problems. You adapt easily to new situations and environments and are always open to new experiences. However, you can also be restless and easily bored. You need mental stimulation in order to thrive and can get irritated when things do not make sense or when you do not have enough information. If your hidden power is that you are great at dealing with changes and your element is fire, then you are passionate and enthusiastic. You approach everything in life with a lot of energy and excitement. You love challenges and are always up for an adventure. You are brave and confident and are not afraid to speak your mind. You are also very sociable and love meeting new people. However, you can also be impatient and short-tempered. You need quick results and can get frustrated when things don't happen fast enough for you. If your hidden power is that you are great at dealing with changes and your element is water, then you are emotional and intuitive. You are in tune with your feelings and the feelings of those around you. You are great at communicating and can easily express yourself through your emotions. You are also very empathetic and compassionate, and are always there for your loved ones. However, you can also be moody and sensitive. You need emotional support and can get overwhelmed when you feel like there is too much going on around you. If your hidden power is that you are very emotionally intelligent and your element is earth, then you are caring and nurturing. You love taking care of others and making them happy. You are great at providing emotional support and are always there for your loved ones. You are also very patient and understanding and can easily connect with people on an emotional level. However, you can also be overly critical of yourself. You have a tendency to put everyone else's needs before your own and often neglect your own needs and feelings. If your hidden power is that you are very emotionally intelligent and your element is air, and then you are communicative and social. You love connecting with people and making them feel welcome. You are great at expressing yourself and are not afraid to speak your mind. You are also very independent and freedom-loving and don't like being cooped up inside for too long. However, you can also be detached and unfeeling at times. You can struggle to understand the emotions of others and may come off as insensitive or uncaring. If your hidden power is that you are very emotionally intelligent and your element is fire, then you are passionate and intense. You feel things deeply and connect with others on an emotional level. You're great at inspiring and motivating others and are always up for a challenge. You're also very energetic and enthusiastic and bring a lot of passion to everything you do. However, you can also be volatile and unpredictable. You have a tendency to overreact and can be quick to anger. If your hidden power is that you are very emotionally intelligent and your element is water, then you are intuitive and insightful. You have a natural ability to understand people and situations and are great at providing guidance and advice. You are also very imaginative and creative and use your emotions to fuel your passions. However, you can also be moody and self-indulgent. You have a tendency to get lost in your own thoughts and feelings and can become overly emotional. If your hidden power is that you are a natural leader and your element is earth, then you are responsible and reliable. You take your obligations seriously and are always there when people need you. You are great at organizing and planning and have a strong sense of duty. You are also very practical and down to earth and don't get carried away with idealistic notions. However, you can also be rigid and inflexible, have a hard time adapting to changes, and can be resistant to new ideas. If your hidden power is that you are a natural leader and your element is air, then you are intellectual and independent. You value your freedom and don't like being told what to do. You are great at thinking strategically and have a clear vision of where you want to go. You are also very communicative and can easily express your ideas. However, you can also be detached and unfeeling. You'll have a hard time connecting with people on an emotional level and can come off as cold or aloof. Your hidden power is that you are a natural leader and your element is fire, then you are passionate and magnetic. You have a natural charisma and are able to inspire and motivate others. You are great at taking charge and making things happen. You are also very confident and competitive and hate losing. However, you can also be arrogant and domineering. You have a tendency to think that you are better than others and can be quick to anger when things don't go your way. If your hidden power is that you are a natural leader and your element is water, then you are intuitive and visionary. You have a natural ability to see the big picture and are great at inspiring and guiding others. You are also very empathetic and compassionate and are able to connect with people on an emotional level. However, you can also be manipulative and possessive. You have a tendency to control those around you and can become jealous and vindictive when crossed. If your hidden power is that you are highly adaptable and your element is earth, then you are stable and grounded. You are great at staying calm in difficult situations and are able to make rational decisions. You are also very patient and tolerant and can easily adjust to new environments. However, you can also be stubborn and close-minded. You have a hard time seeing things from other people's perspectives and can become defensive when criticized. If your hidden power is that you are highly adaptable and your element is air, then you are flexible and open-minded. You are great at seeing both sides of an issue and are able to compromise easily. You are also very curious and love exploring new ideas and concepts. However, you can also be superficial and unfocused. You have a tendency to jump from one thing to another without finishing what you start and can have difficulty making decisions. If your hidden power is that you are highly adaptable and your element is fire, then you are spontaneous and enthusiastic. You love trying new things and meeting new people. You are great at bringing excitement into people's lives and are always up for an adventure. However, you can also be reckless and irresponsible. You have a tendency to live in the moment and do and think about the consequences of your actions. If your hidden power is that you are highly adaptable and your element is water, then you are sensitive and imaginative. You are great at understanding people's emotions and are able to create art that touches people's hearts. You're also very intuitive and are able to pick up on things that others miss. However, you can also be moody and self-absorbed. You have a tendency to dwell on the past and can become overly emotional. If your hidden power is that you are highly intuitive and your element is earth, then you are protective and loyal. You are great at defending those who are weaker than you and are always there for your loved ones. You are also very patient and are able to see things from other people's perspectives. However, you can also be judgmental and narrow-minded. You have a hard time accepting people who are different from you and can become rigid and inflexible. If your hidden power is that you are highly intuitive and your element is air, then you are independent and freedom-loving. You value your autonomy and don't like being told what to do. You're great at thinking outside the box and coming up with innovative solutions. However, you can also be detached and uninterested in other people's problems. You have a hard time connecting with people on an emotional level and can come off as cold or uncaring. If your hidden power is that you are highly intuitive and your element is fire, then you are passionate and energetic. You love exploring your creativity and are always up for a challenge. You are great at inspiring and motivating others and are never afraid of speaking your mind. However, you can also be reckless and self-destructive. You have a tendency to act on your impulses and can burn yourself out if you are uncareful. If your hidden power is that you are highly intuitive and your element is water, then you are mysterious and enigmatic. You are great at keeping secrets and are able to understand complex emotions. You are also very empathetic and are able to connect with people on a deep level. However, you can also be manipulative and deceptive. You have a tendency to hide your true intentions and can be quick to judge.